Yes. Oh my
and
goodness.
it's a
You're
very
giving
strong
me
connection.
chills. You're giving me
Yeah.
chills when you say that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Metal Remains Backstage. This is Manuel from Madrid. We have Carlos in New York. And joining us from Canada, we have Krista from the band Lutharo. Hi, Krista. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
We're good. Very happy to have you here in our humble channel. We were having a bit of trouble getting the image for this, so I hope you can see me clearly right now after we recorded.
Yes, I hope so. At the moment, I can't see you, but
All right. First, I wanted to say thank you for making time for us today, Krista. Before we dive into your music, I'm sure you also consume music created by other musicians. And in that regard, we would like to start this chat by asking what you have been listening to lately.
oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm like sick right now, so if I sound kind of like meh,
No problem.
that's why I just wanted to say that
No
right off.
worries at all.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think right now. Lately, I've been going back to Ginger and Unleash the Archers. I find Unleash the Archers Abyss album. I feel like I'm almost like preparing myself for their new album coming out. I'm pretty sure it's coming out this month. So it's almost like I have that one on repeat again. I think because we toured with them recently, it's like fresh in my mind. So I'm like, oh, I want to listen to that again. So I've been playing that on repeat and Ginger's Macro.
Ooh.
Once again. So it's like I've gone back in time.
You're going back to a great time, 2019.
Yeah.
Before everything went down.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Awesome. We really love and enjoy those albums, and we're glad that you enjoy them too.
Mm-hmm.
I am very curious to find out what the name Lutharo means. That's the name of your band. Can you please tell us about it?
Lutharo is actually an Elvish word and it means the enchanter. So yeah, it's a lot of people are like, I don't know like what you're saying. I don't understand what this word is. I'm like, it's because it's not English. It's Elvish, so that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, we got it because we love Lord of the Rings and like Amon Amarth, we were kind of like, ooh, that would be really cool to have an Elvish name. Like it's interesting, it's different, and we kind of just went through the list of words and found something that looked interesting and was fitting. So yeah.
Cool. That makes perfect sense because I'm assuming that you're enchanting people with your live shows.
That's exactly what we're going for. We're enchanting the listeners.
And you're doing it pretty well, and take it from someone that looks like a dwarf and shouldn't know anything about elves. Anyway.
Yeah. So the sound of the band is a blend of different things. It has heavy and power metal elements. It also has thrash and melodic death metal, complete with blast beats and with so much to offer. How do you define the band's approach to music?
Our approach is basically everybody gets a bunch of ideas and throws them in one basket. We mix it up and then it becomes something. Everybody just kind of has their own say. So it's not like one guy is dictating, oh, okay, we're writing this song this way and that's it. It's everybody has their own piece of the puzzle, basically. And I think that's why we have such a broad sound, is because everybody has their part in it. It's not just one sound and one person dictating the entire thing.
Interesting. Nice.
I think you can see me now, right?
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, I can see you both. Oh, this is such a cool little setup. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're in the news right now. We're broadcasting the news.
Yeah,
the 5 p.m. news.
That's really cool.
Lutharo was formed 10 years ago, back in 2014. Your second album, Chasing Euphoria, will be out on March 15 of this year, 2024.
Mhm.
How representative is this upcoming offering of the current growth and overall state of the band after 10 years in the industry?
Very much. I feel like the music speaks for itself of our growth, but also like I feel like our connection and how much we've grown as people also, because I feel like this is an album where I really laid everything out on the line. I made emotional songs before, but I feel like this one is like something very different. I like took all the censors off. It was just like, screw it, you know what, I'm just going to say what's on my mind. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's people out there that need to hear these things, and I'm going to say them. I'm not going to hold myself back anymore, because I mean, you're put here for a reason. You're put as someone to be the enchanter, I guess, for a reason. You know, you're speaking to people about things that people want to feel a part of or felt heard from, right? So I feel like it was finally like I personally was comfortable enough with myself and how far I've come to finally speak about these things. And I think the guys feel the same in with their playing and everything. They felt they got to a certain level where they could really experiment and come into their own, and they weren't afraid to take risks. So I feel like this is a huge stepping stone for us, this album.
Great. Is there a song in the upcoming album that stands out from the rest for you for any reason?
Definitely Time to Rise. Time to Rise is a huge one for me. Not only does it sound very different, because I think that's the first time I ever sang softly like that. I don't think anyone's heard that side of my voice ever. Not even the guys. So it was it was weird for me to hear my voice like that. And same with even my parents, like, who is that? So not only that, but it's a very, very emotional song. So that one, yeah, it stands out like a sore thumb to me, and I think for the guys as well.
And for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song stands out, that's for sure. And that's perfect, because I would like to dedicate a moment to talk about that song, Time to Rise.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that song is pure perfection from start to
Thank
end.
you.
It has these intense transitions that evoke different moods. And when you are listening to it, your vocal range is incredible and evoke
Thank
a
you.
lot of emotions. The lyrics make a very strong connection with the listener. And to be honest with you, I have probably listened to that song 35 times, maybe, if not more.
Oh my goodness.
And
Thank you.
every time I listen to it, it got me to tears at the end.
So
So
lots of
it's a
crying.
strong
I did my
connection.
job.
Lots of crying for Carlos
I did my job then.
these days.
So I wanted to ask, how was the writing process to create such a masterpiece?
I believe Victor had the main riff for that for a long time, and we were just kind of like, how can we fit this into a song? And originally I think we wanted to put it on High Rise, but just couldn't figure out how to build the song. We needed more experience, and I mean, now we have it and we were able to put it together for Chasing Euphoria. But I think once it was in the right place at the right time, we just kind of built it like so smoothly. And I think I kept saying to the guys that I wanted to bring it back too. So because I think at first they're kind of like, oh, I don't know, we can do with this. And then I just kept saying, nope, we got to bring that one back, got to bring that one. Same thing with Wings of Agony. Wings of Agony we had on the back burner for so long, and I kept saying we got to bring that song back. And at the time it was called the Medieval Song because the intro sounded really medieval, and I kept saying got to bring that song back. And little do we know, the next how many years, Wings of Agony is our biggest song. So I was like, you got to listen to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it got going, it went, it flowed really well.
I love the fact that every instrument has a moment to shine. The bass has its own place to shine, and your vocals there, when there are like these multiple layers of your vocals doing different things. Oh man, this is so
Thank
great.
you. Thank you.
That's a great song.
I think that's the big thing about our band and why this song really represents us a lot is because every instrument and every part of the band has its part to shine, you know, and I think that's like what we're all about. So I think that's why I particularly really love this one. And
Well, you
yeah.
and the band did a great job, and I thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Krista, I wanted to mention something about the intro. I am notorious for skipping intros. I don't like intros in most records, so our followers will know that. But your intro for this album is very different. It brings me a lot of John Williams vibes, so it gets me hyped, and I couldn't skip it in the end. So maybe a couple of times I did, but then I realized it brings a lot of momentum for the first song. You did a very good job with that. Do you have those cinematic inspirations? Do they come from that? Star Wars, Indiana Jones, stuff like that? Because that's what I'm getting.
100%. Well, because we don't write the instrumental. Elliot from Ailstorm, he does all of our instrumental, and he is a huge Star Wars fan. So yes, I mean, we are too. We love Star Wars as well, but Elliot is like the Star Wars fan. So yes, 100%. And also I think he heard the first track on the album as well and based it upon that. And he's like, okay, what's going to flow perfectly? Exactly. But yeah.
Awesome stuff. Now, changing gears a little bit to the album cover, who is the artist responsible for it and what does it represent?
Yeah, Nicholas. Nicholas Sundin. I'm not sure exactly how I pronounce it. Nicholas. Yeah, he's done artwork like all of Dark Tranquillity. He's done artwork for a bunch of Arch Enemy stuff in the past. And as soon as we seen this, we were like, this is the most perfect thing we could ever imagine for this. So the artwork represents the exact moment where either you're at a party or a cool event, or maybe it's just like a time where you're sitting at home with your partner or something, but you have this moment where you feel like just stopped in time, and it feels like everything, it's like you get this big dopamine rush and everything just feels amazing. You're like, I want to be here forever. I want to be in this moment forever. And it just looks like your brain just explodes with happiness and like all these crazy things come out. And that's what I imagine it is. And Chasing Euphoria in itself is just this constant journey of chasing that feeling, chasing that dopamine high, or chasing the things that make us feel alive all the time, you know.
These days that AI is taking over, lots of artists are relying on it. So it's very important to appreciate actual artists' work, and we do in this record.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and one of those moments, I will say, it is when you're seeing a band that you love and they play the song that you know,
yes, give me
and
chills.
Then you are connecting with the lyrics and you are singing and headbanging and doing all that. That moment is pure joy and peace.
Yes.
And
oh my goodness.
it's a very strong connection.
Chills. You give me chills when you say that. And that's exactly why I wrote this is even like when I'm up on stage or I'm watching a show, you get that exact feeling of like, whoa, this is like the greatest moment ever. I wish I could just bottle this, you know?
I guess that's why we can never step away from metal.
Yeah.
Because we have these recurrent moments, happy moments, and you just want to keep them coming back for more.
Yeah. It's what makes you feel human at the end of the day, right? Or makes you feel alive, because I feel like we're all so caught up in schedules and we're busy and life's just going by so quickly. So when you have these moments, it makes you feel alive for like even a few seconds. You feel alive, you know?
Yes, absolutely. 100% agree with you. Now, when promoting your upcoming album, we have seen you performing in a packed theater, hitting the go-karts, playing at a century-old church theme recording studio, and there's still a fourth video to come out tomorrow by the time of this recording. And we would like to ask you, Krista, if you had to summarize the plot of the next video in one sentence, what would it be?
I would say tragic, maybe. Or just devastating. Maybe devastating. My one friend, when she watched it, she said that I looked devastated. So I would say
Okay.
that the video is devastating or tragic.
From
It's definitely not a happy one.
From the short snippets we've seen on your social networks promoting it, it seems like you're having like a bit of a transformation during it. So we're very anxious, looking forward to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't expect this song to be a very emotional one, but it ends up being extremely emotional, especially at the end of the video, and you'll see what happens.
All right, looking forward to it. And the reason we're asking this question is because every week we like to review videos that come out. And instead of playing the whole video and reacting to it like a lot of other channels do, what we do is that we just say in one sentence what the video is about. And sometimes we do it in like a funny way, like altering the story of the video or exaggerating everything. But that's basically what we do with videos.
Yeah,
we try to summarize in one sentence.
I think I have one over here. Let me see. For the go-kart one. Friends enjoy Mario Kart in real life at the expense of young children.
Oh, no. That's pretty much what it was.
So yeah, I'm gonna send you whatever we come up with tomorrow's video, so you can enjoy that silliness.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Lutharo will be on tour along with the bands Raven, Vicious Rumors, and Wicked from the end of March 22nd to May 4 of 2024. You're going to be visiting different cities in the US and Canada, and we invite everyone to take this opportunity to see Lutharo live.
Yeah.
And Krista, what can you tell everyone to expect about this upcoming run?
A lot of energy in our live show. I feel like every single time we hit the road, it's gotten better and better, and we've like kind of gotten into a groove more and more. So it's like every time we hit that stage, it's explosive. So expect a lot of energy. And we'll be at the merch table all the time, so you can come and talk to us there.
Oh, that's great. That's always welcome. That's always appreciated.
Nice
and
practice.
That's how we connect to the bands. That's great.
Exactly. 100%.
Krista, to wrap up this chat, can you share with us one of your favorite backstage moments?
Oh, man. Right before getting on stage, I didn't plug my in-ears all the way into my pack, so I thought I had no sound coming into my pack, and I'm walking up the stairs and I can hear nothing, and I'm looking at Elliot like from Ailstorm, because we were on tour with them at the time, and I'm like, and he's just like, yeah, like doesn't know what's going on, and I'm like, oh my god. And I go up and I finally realized that it wasn't plugged in, and I was like, oh my god. But it was so funny because everyone's like, yeah, fun, and I'm like walking up the stairs stressed. Like, oh god, what do I do? Oh yeah, there's been a lot of moments like that, walking up and like something random happening, but backstage, nothing too crazy that I can think of, just a lot of nerves and a lot of showers, I guess. Shower when you can.
Pro tip.
That's about it.
Okay, Krista, thank you very much for your time. We really enjoyed talking to you. We hope to do it again in the future on the road. And everybody, please make sure to buy and stream Lutharo's upcoming Chasing Euphoria, which is coming out real soon.
Yeah, thank you.
But until then, stay metal.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, I love the lasers.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm seeing the lasers too. Manuel, don't see that.
You know what? We have that's a bit of a mystery because I don't do anything. It doesn't show up in the recording, but this happened again last time, right? So I don't know if saying "Stay Metal" activates something.
Oh, maybe
anywhere, but
I hope it's that.
That's cool.
I'm gonna look into it.